Welcome to another episode from We Like This Life. How do you like this draft for our new logo? Ask made that. He's getting pretty good. In this episode, we're gonna take you to the city of Venice in Italy. It's a beautiful city, but it's also full of people. And one of the first things we saw when we were there was a couple of tourists that were scammed for 150 euros.
We just lost 150 euros.
Yep, many people, many opportunities. It's been like that for a long time in Venice. It was a major financial and maritime power for hundreds of years, and many of the systems we use today for banking and international trade, for instance, comes from Venice. We'll talk about that too, but first, let's show you our room at the AO hostel in Venice Mestre. Yeah, we just got off the train, so we're on the way to the hostel. Everybody all right?
Yeah.
Let's go. Will we have a tour of the room?
Yeah.
Cool. Take the card.
Okay. Yeah. First impressions? Oh my goodness, this is so nice.
Yo.
It's 2 bunk beds.
Yo. This is all right.
I'm sleeping.
And we have duvets.
I'm sleeping here. I'm sleeping down here.
Wow, this is cool.
Yes.
Everybody happy?
Like a little. Yes. I'm happy. Very.
How about the bed? How about the bathroom?
Ooh. I'm gonna give it Oh, it is a nice reaction. Nice.
Yo.
Even if I don't like it.
This is
Oh my
nice.
goodness.
Is this a hostel?
Or a hotel.
We paid less than $100 for this.
Oh my goodness. The shower is big.
Is it? Is it room for both me and mom?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think so. Hello. Oh, it's so nice here. Oh, it's a chair and a mirror.
Look at those cool lamps.
Look.
They're industrial lamps.
Guys, look what we got.
Duvets,
Yay!
finally. We've been sleeping with just sheets for 5 days, and as Norwegians, I can tell you, we are not used to that. So we rather have air conditioning and duvets. Is it called a duvet?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, how you doing, wife?
Oh, I love
Really
this.
tired, but happy.
I'm
We're
very
real-
tired and very like, but I'm so happy.
I got stuck.
Oh yeah. We're in Venice, but today we are just relaxing.
Your beds.
Oh my goodness!
What did you find?
Look!
No way. Dude, these A&O people know what they're doing.
Oh yeah.
And look, we can do like this. So
I like how I just dumped this on the floor.
guys, look. In the morning, I can just go, hey, and then go, la 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 la.
Are you making a man cave today?
Yes.
Yeah. Nice.
The only
All right.
thing I can't play Trackmania in here.
Let's start to relax.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, after putting sheets on the bed and getting some relaxing done, we went hunting for food and checked out the kitchen. We had a good night's sleep at A&O hostel with duvets, thank you, and we were ready to check out some historical stuff the next day. Venice Mestre is the metropolitan city of Venice on the mainland. From our hostel, it's a short walk to the train station, and then it's a 15-minute ride on the train using our Interrail passes to get us to the island. Interrail is great, by the way. Did you know that any adult can bring a child for free if they are under 12 years old when the journey starts? Ask was 11 and Ylva was 9 when we started, so for our 2-month pass we only paid for 2 adults. That fact played a big role in us deciding when to leave, as Ask turned 12 during our Interrail period. You know, When you have seen pictures and videos from a famous place, you sort of get used to it. You expect to see the things you saw and then you can check that off your list. But as we exited the modern train station and entered the old city of Venice, it became very clear that, wow, this is an entire city that is like a museum. There are beautiful things everywhere, bridges, buildings, boats and canals. And as everyone who has ever been to Venice has said, it's a very different thing to be there compared to seeing pictures and videos of it. Around every single corner, there is something beautiful to surprise you. Since we are traveling with kids and since Barbro has chronic fatigue syndrome, it would be a bad idea to try to see everything a place like this has to offer. We could probably handle something like that if this was a single long weekend, but we are on the road for a long time. Visiting a place like Venice, we pick one or a few interesting things to see, make room for relaxing and enjoying, and then whatever else we get is bonus. This way, we get to see many places without exhausting ourselves too much. Although we don't see everything, the things we do see, the kids get to keep as memories in their minds. The benefit of this, we believe, is that additional information and knowledge they might come across later will easily connect to these experiences. Watching a documentary after being somewhere yourself is quite different than if you just saw it in a picture. This is a big part of our homeschooling and worldschooling strategy. So, what are we looking for when visiting Venice? We are in Venice at the moment and there are plenty of beautiful things to see here. Too many, so we have to choose. And one of the more interesting ones is the Bridge of Sighs. And that is a bridge that goes from the courtroom to the prison, and it's where the prisoners that were convicted for whatever they did, criminals, they walked across their bridge after they were convicted, and they had their last sigh in freedom before they went to prison. Which is interesting and cool. So we're gonna have a look at that.
Yes.
Let's go. In the meantime, let me tell you a little bit about Venice's rise and fall and what made it so rich. Back in the day, Venice was its own state. It was actually its own state for 1100 years, growing bigger and bigger from its founding in 697 to the peak in the 1400s, maintaining its position as a wealthy and powerful state through most of its time. Silk, grain, spice and art is what made Venice really big. They also dominated the trade of salt, acquiring the control of important areas and islands in the Mediterranean, like big parts of Greece and the islands of Crete and Cyprus. Venice was big, a lot bigger than it is now. It had a perfectly situated harbor that made it easy to move goods from inland Europe to the Mediterranean, and the exotic products from Mediterranean, Africa and Asia were moved the other way. The history of what went on here during these times is really interesting. It was constantly fighting and competing against Genova on the other side of the mainland, and there were fortresses and colonies all along the Adriatic coast to secure the trade routes and fence off pirates and competing states that all wanted a piece of the wealth the Venetians had built for themselves. There are plenty of fun and educational YouTube videos describing these things. You should look those up because this is a very short version. Everything was going good until the Ottomans started expanding and took over Constantinople and other cities important for the Venetians. This was in the 1400s, and Venice had to use a lot of money to defend its East Mediterranean trading routes. Their exclusive trading and transport contracts to the east made countries like Spain and Portugal look for other ways to reach India. Portugal started making better ships in the search, and they expanded quickly and acquired new colonies and riches all over the world. It also led to Vasco da Gama's discovery of the sea route to India around Africa. This destroyed Venice's India monopoly. Venice's ships did not fare well traversing oceans and were left behind. Cutting a short story shorter, Napoleon came around in 1797, ending their sovereignty as a state, and then, in 1866, Venice became a part of the Kingdom of Italy. The city and its culture, though, still remains. Fantastic food, unprecedented art and architecture, exported all over the Mediterranean, is Venice's gift to the rest of the world, along with the financial and trade systems developed during Venice's prime. Ooh, what did you see, Ylva? A gigantic seagull.
Yeah.
We heard there are massive seagulls here, and they eat pigeons. So all pigeons, beware.
And I'm like, help.
Yeah.
Because they're so big.
Yeah, they're huge.
And my
But look at
feet
this building,
hurt.
though.
My feet hurt.
Your feet hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, we're gonna get gelato soon. The Bridge of Sighs is right over here.
Yes.
And we're gonna have a look. Ooh, you know what my wife wants right now? Take a picture!
We have no.
Approaching from that bridge over there, we can see the Bridge of Sighs. We can't walk on it, but we can see it. But this is just unbelievably beautiful buildings. Look at this. Sun just disappeared. Let's go and have a look at the.
Yes.
Let's go and have a look at the bridge. We can see it from that bridge. Can you imagine being here 400 or 500 years ago? You stole something, you did a bad deal, you did something. And you were convicted in court, and you walked across this bridge to go into the prison, which is here, and then you took your last. Freedom is lost. After seeing the bridge, it was time for gelato and head back to the train. We kind of had to hurry, as we had heard there was a storm coming. We just made it back to the hostel before it started, and it was a hefty storm. The next day, we started the regular packing procedure. Ja, jag kan nog ta lite shit inte. Packing! Where are we going?
To Rome, a little
This
city.
music may be copyrighted.
Ooh. We headed for the station, happy to be back on the train, on our way towards where all roads lead, Rome. We love doing this and appreciate everyone who subscribes to our channel to support us and follow our journey through Europe and Asia. Thank you for watching!
And also, please subscribe.